see things like this every day. From a distance, it looks almost alive. Sharp lines, elegant curves, and that swan-like shape leading the way. This is AVANGUARDIA, a concept yacht that doesn't follow rules, it rewrites them. Designed by Lazzarini, it combines futuristic form with quiet power. The head, it's not just for show. It moves, it lowers, it detaches and becomes its own little vessel, ready for a solo trip. It's the kind of detail that turns a yacht into a conversation. But once you're on board, the design fades into the background and the experience takes over. Wide decks, seamless interiors, silence except for the sound of water brushing past. Everything feels open, fluid, intentional. There's no clutter, no excess, just space and presence. You're not here to rush. You're here to float, to breathe, to enjoy a moment that most people won't ever get to feel. AVANGUARDIA isn't about showing off. It's about showing up on your own terms, in something the world hasn't seen before. Imagine waking up surrounded by nothing but sky and sea. No noise, no neighbors, just the gentle sound of water tapping against your floating suite. That's what it feels like inside a Pearl. These floating pods aren't just rooms, they're tiny, private islands of calm. Each one is a soft, round shell drifting gently on the ocean, giving you a front row seat to every sunrise and sunset. Step inside, and it's surprisingly spacious. There's a cozy bed, a little kitchen, a shower, even a work spot if you really must bring your laptop. Everything feels light, quiet, simple, like it was built to help you slow down. Solar panels keep it running. An electric motor lets you drift to new views whenever you want. No fuel, no noise, just you, the suite, and the sea. You don't need to be on a yacht to live above the water. You just need one of these. Pearl suites aren't about escaping the world. They're about floating just far enough away to finally hear yourself think. You see it from afar and think, nice boat. But then it gets closer, and something feels different. The shape, the movement, the way it slices through the water like it doesn't even care about gravity. And that's when you realize this isn't your average boat, not even close. This is one of those rare things that makes people stop mid-sentence. It unfolds, stretches out, lifts up, almost like it's showing off. But not in a loud, attention-hungry way. It just knows exactly what it is. You step on, and immediately everything feels intentional. Every surface smooth, every material premium, carbon fiber, teak wood, soft leather. It's a blend of power and peace. And somehow, it all feels effortless. The seating, clean and low. The controls, just enough. You don't feel like you're piloting something complicated. You feel like the water's reacting to you. Now, here's the part that hits different. With the push of a button, it transforms, literally reshapes itself depending on how you want to ride. Want something sleek and fast? Done. Need more stability to cruise with calm? Also done. Feeling a little wild? It lifts off the surface and glides like it's floating. And while you're soaring a few feet above the waves, you'll catch yourself grinning. Because this isn't just a ride. It's a moment. Something between flying, floating, and dreaming. It doesn't scream luxury, it whispers it. And when the sun starts to drop and that golden hour hits the water just right, you're not thinking about specs or tech. You're thinking, yeah, this was worth it. Because what this thing really offers is freedom, redefined. You know that moment when you see something so effortless, so refined, that it almost feels unreal? That's exactly what happens the first time you lay eyes on Cosmos. It doesn't just sit on the water, it becomes part of it. With its sweeping lines and that unforgettable glass dome crowning the top, it gives off the kind of presence that doesn't ask for attention, but gets it anyway. And yes, the dome isn't just a pretty face. It's a full panoramic lounge where you can watch the sunrise, disappear into the stars, or just disappear from the world altogether. Step inside and it's clear. This is space designed to make you breathe easier. Everything is open, flowing, and naturally lit. No walls closing in on you, just wide decks, soft materials, and a rhythm that makes time feel slower in the best possible way. There's a spa pool tucked into the front, an infinity pool stretched across the back, and the kind of silence in between that only the open sea can give you. It's not loud, it's not flashy, it's just right. And then there's that little detail. a helipad. Because sometimes flying in is part of the plan. But once you're on board, you won't be thinking about where else you could be. This is it. This is the destination. Cosmos isn't about showing off. It's about letting go, letting the light in, letting the ocean surround you without ever giving up comfort. It's not here to impress. It's here to remind you how good simplicity can feel when it's done exactly right. Some boats cruise. This one floats, literally. Pegasus is a one-seater electric hydrofoil that lifts you right above the water. And once it does, you're not riding waves anymore. You're flying over them. Smooth, quiet, fast, and honestly, kind of addictive. It's small, just you and the craft. But that's the beauty of it. No distractions, no crowds, just you, the water, and a machine built to turn every ride into something unforgettable. It feels like piloting a futuristic jet mixed with the soul of an old-school race car. Light, precise, elegant. Built almost entirely from carbon fiber, it's fast but controlled. You don't feel the bumps. You don't hear a roar. You just skim forward like you're floating in slow motion, even at full speed. And when you cut the throttle, silence. Just the soft echo of water beneath your wings. It's electric, it's efficient, it charges quickly and glides for hours. But none of that really matters when you're out there. What matters is the feeling, the smile you catch yourself wearing halfway through a ride, the way you look back at shore and realize you're not even thinking about land anymore. Pegasus isn't just a watercraft, it's a solo experience. A ride designed for the kind of person who doesn't want to follow the crowd, but glide right past it. You don't expect a boat to feel like this. It doesn't rumble, it doesn't crash over waves. It just glides. Fast, clean, and almost unnaturally smooth. That's the magic of the glider SS-18. At first glance, it looks like something out of a sci-fi film. Sharp edges, low profile, pure intention. It sits just above the waterline, almost floating, almost flying. And the moment it takes off, you feel it. There's no delay, no hesitation, just raw, effortless movement. Riding in it is unlike anything else. It doesn't fight the sea. It slips past it. While other boats bounce and shake, this one stays calm, composed. Even at high speeds, you're not bracing yourself. You're just cruising. Fast. Step inside, and it feels more like a cockpit than a cabin. Leather sports seats hold you in place. Sleek controls rest under your fingertips. It's minimalist, but bold. Every surface is made to look good and feel even better. There's no clutter here, just control, comfort, and clarity. And while it's built for speed, there's nothing aggressive about it. It's smooth, confident, and cool, the kind of vessel that turns heads without making a sound. Whether you're dashing from Monaco to Nice or just making a statement at the harbor, this boat doesn't just get you there, it makes the arrival part of the experience. This isn't about traditional luxury, it's about redefining it. Fast, light, modern, and free from compromise. It's for those who want to move different and look good doing it. You don't need to look twice to know this boat was made differently. The MD-70 power doesn't just cut through the water, it slides across it like it belongs there. Smooth, effortless, balanced. It's the kind of design that feels like it's been sculpted, not built. Long, clean lines. A low, confident stance. It's got presence, but not the kind that shouts. It speaks in quiet detail and perfect proportion. Step aboard, and the feeling continues. Everything is open. Natural light floods the space. The materials are soft, warm, and minimal. Never cold, never overdone. It doesn't try to overwhelm you. It invites you to slow down, breathe, watch the world roll by at your own pace. And when the engines come alive, it's not about noise or drama. It's about motion. Controlled, powerful, silent enough to let you hear the wind and the water around you. You're not just moving forward, you're floating through a moment. The MD-70 power isn't built to impress strangers at the dock, it's built to impress you, the owner, the captain, the one who values elegance over excess, quiet strength over loud status. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do on the water is move like you belong there. You see something skimming just above the surface of the sea. It's not a plane, not a drone, not a boat either. It glides low, fast, and clean, like it's rewriting the rules of how things move. That's a flying ship. This is what happens when someone looks at the ocean and thinks, what if we didn't sail across it? What if we flew just above it? The result is something truly new, not a reinvention of old ideas, a whole new category. Flying just a few feet above the water, these vessels use what's called ground effect, lifting naturally off the surface and slicing through the air with hardly any resistance. That means less fuel, more speed, and a ride so smooth you'd think the sea was standing still. No runway, no pilot, no giant engines roaring in your ears. It's fully electric, fully autonomous, and fully rethinking what marine transport looks like. Whether it's delivering medical supplies, urgent cargo, or high-value goods, this ship makes distance feel irrelevant. Imagine transporting cargo 10 times faster than a standard boat, without the massive costs and emissions of air freight. No ports, no traffic, no delays. Just point A to point B, fast, quiet, and efficient. And the best part? It's not a distant dream. It's being built right now, designed for the real world, for real needs, for a future that doesn't wait around for tradition to catch up. The ocean hasn't changed much in millions of years, but how we move across it? That's about to take flight. You hit the throttle, and instead of crashing through waves, you lift off. Just like that, you're gliding above the water, smooth, silent, almost unreal. This isn't your average jet ski, it's a hydrofoil, and the moment it lifts, everything changes. There's no thump, no spray in your face, just a clean, quiet glide, like riding a whisper above the sea. You're standing the whole time, fully upright, fully aware. It's just you, the board, and the water beneath you, but not quite touching. With a slight shift of weight, you steer. With confidence, you carve. There's no delay, no resistance. It moves like it's reading your mind. It's fast when you want adrenaline. It's calm when you want peace. And through all of it, it stays effortless, controlled, precise. The electric motor hums quietly, letting you hear the wind, the water, even your own thoughts. Rare on the open sea. And maybe that's the real luxury here. Not just the speed or the tech, but the simplicity. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed it, give us a like and hit subscribe to keep the good stuff coming. Got an idea? Drop it below. We read everything. Until next time, stay curious, stay cool.